Today, I found some succulent Colorado peaches in Frisco, so I decided to pair them up with pork tenderloin and slap them on the grill. The result was more amazing than I intended, and I'm excited to share the results with you. Here's how it went. I started by trimming the silver skin from 2 pork tenderloin, approximately 2.5 pounds total weight. I then used an oblique-style cut to give me approximately 10 largish pieces per tenderloin. Once the cutting was done, I portioned out my marinade. It was 2 parts low-sodium tamari, 1 part rice wine vinegar, and 1 part honey. I whisked that into a Pyrex bowl until the honey dissolved, and this is what I had. I combined the pork and the marinade and stirred it around a bit to make sure that all pork was exposed to the juicy goodness. I covered the bowl with plastic wrap and placed it in the fridge for 4 hours. You could do this for as long as 24 hours, but I wouldn't recommend less than 2 hours marinating time. Get your act together and plan it out, yo. Flavor isn't produced at microwave speeds. While the marinating was going on, I halved 5 peaches and removed the pit. You'll likely bruise the flesh a little when doing this, but don't worry. It will still taste the same, and you won't notice once the fruit is sandwiched between your prodigious protein. I then had a decision to make. Would I grill the peaches and pork separately, or would I marry them together on a sharp bamboo skewer? I decided to make up one skewer and test it. I turned my halves into quarters and then used 5 pieces of pork and 4 pieces of peach on each stick. When the act was up, I headed down to the grill. I preheated the grill to get it as hot as possible, then I slapped the skewer on the hottest section along with 1 piece of tester pork. It didn't take long to realize that the skewer was a match made in heaven, so I quickly quartered the rest of the peaches and skewered them up with the pork. I cooked the tester pork to medium rare, and it was delicious. Here are a few pics from the grilling session. How about this one? I cooked them until the pork was nearing medium. I like my pork that way, especially tenderloin, but you can cook it longer if you wish. I'd say a comfortable internal temp for the average Joe would be 145 to 150 degrees. I pulled the skewers off and placed them on a plate. I got these pics from that one by adding a simple green touch of scallions and cilantro. Oh yeah, and a fresh drizzle of honey for good measure. The garnish is a nice touch and brings a little pop to the plate, but it is not necessary. If you're like me, eating is something that needs to happen as soon as possible and as quickly as possible. But if you choose to garnish, you could end up with this. However you choose to grill it up, pork and peaches are a match made in heaven. The simplest things in life are best, and this recipe proves it once again.